back at it again with another, well, it's not a video this time, you guys, but we're just basically gonna see if we can actually like generate any type of pressure with anything that we do right here. So what did I do? Did I audible that? I don't know what I did. Okay, I'm gonna base the line. I'm gonna crash the line to the right, spread them. We're gonna re-blitz Vic Beasley, move him out. We're gonna hover, and we're gonna hike the ball. See, we got the same exact. So this is just for guys who don't really, really care about what goes on. But it works from different formations, different sets. So we're gonna come out and we're gonna try to do 4-3. Let's go 4-3 normal, and let's move in with a, let's say, a cover 3 look, maybe a cover three sky press. We're gonna come out in something that's something that you're gonna see out online a lot. Some guys love stuff like this, like, okay, corner strike. That's something people love. Now, mind you, baseline, crashing down, move them out, spread them out. Now we're gonna take Campbell and we're gonna blitz him. See, we go right here. So now we're gonna stand right here. We're gonna hike the ball. Campbell's moved outside wide, and Campbell gets a nice blitz. But guess what? He gets picked up. So we're gonna try again. This time we're gonna come off the side with Keanu O'Neal. Now Keanu O'Neal's a safety, and as we know in this game, safeties kind of don't get that respect when they're blitzing. So we're gonna hike the ball. We're gonna sit in the middle, and look at Keanu come off untouched. Now this is MUT. We're talking about translating this to MUT. It's really gonna translate more because Keanu O'Neal runs like a 90, 92, or 93, depending on which version you have. You guys can probably go find a fast safety. Let's try it again. And we have another one. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Trail, the flats are wide open. We're not really worried about the flats right now. We are not trying our best to worry about the flats. So now, we're going to go cloud 3 press. And we're going to do the same thing. Press. We're going to move him around. We're going to move him over here out wide. Now, this is just to show you guys how this can be done. Hike the ball. He comes off screaming. Did you notice that? It's just generally what you guys can do to create pressure. Like, how can you create pressure? How can I create pressure with coming out in a formation I like? Now let's try it again. Hikes the ball, comes off screaming again. And it's not going to be something that you guys can say, oh, well, Trail, what happens when they block a running back? Well, let's see what happens when they block a running back. So this is what you want here, though. This is what you want. You want him pulling people out of coverage, because if you're making the right adjustments, now he's pulling people out of coverage. So that's what you want your blitz to do. You want him to pull people out of coverage, because once you see him start blocking, you're going to start doing this. You're going to start making all types of crazy adjustments and stuff. Like, okay, if he's going to block him, he's blocking the running back all game, so I can't get that off. Now, he has the running back blocking. He has everybody else in cover. Now, hikes the ball. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's basically you chasing everybody down now. So, I don't know how you guys feel about that or what it really does for you. But what we're basically looking at is how you can change your opponent's game plan to your liking. I like the baseline. And if you don't like doing that, like, move this guy out, contain him. Do something. Like, contains don't really work in this game, but I like to do whatever I can to confuse my opponent. So let's see how it works. Now, bam, you hike the ball. Keanu O'Neal comes off screaming again. Like I told you guys, it's not about finding something. It's about only finding something that works for you. So this is the same exact setup that I used for the 4-4 split. Baseline, crash to the right or crash to the left, depending on what side you're blitzing from. You can do this out of any formation, and that's what I tell people. Like, hey, just find something you're comfortable in. Don't always, you don't have to go out in the 4-4 split. You don't have to come out in something that I like. Find out if it works with other stuff. That's how I was doing last year with a lot of my blitzes. I was like coming out in stuff that may work for him, like using his basic. Like, okay, so now we're out here now. Baseline, crash to the right, blitz Keanu O'Neal, move him out wide. We're gonna man up ball. We're gonna man up lock it, and I'm gonna use him to basically hover. Hikes the ball. Hikes the ball. He gets picked up, but they're still over there screaming. That's what you want. You want to see if you can find a way to make it where that guy screams. So let's try now. Let's see if we move him over. And we're going to make him scream. And we're going to sit right here. We're going to sit right here this time. And he screams off the line. Now, yes, if you have a pass-happy guy, 3rd and 4th down, people are going to do this. So this is the wide 9. This is the wide 9. So you guys like the wide 9. I'm going to tell you right now, in concept or in theory, the wide 9, if you do this, you'll always get pressure off that side. Now watch. Another set of pressure. Now, you're saying to yourself, oh, Trail, but he came off unprotected. If it's third and fourth and long, if it's fourth and long, third and long, there's nothing he can do. So let's crash. Let's crash to the right. Let's blitz Keanu O'Neal. Let's man up ball. And let's see how it works out when I do it this time. Now, the lurk is always what you want. Bam. Get your lurk on. Bam. You have to jump from read to read also. Learn how to lurk. I'll try that in another video. I really can't do it right now. But like I said, just find ways to generate pressure. Just use concepts. Base the line, pinch the line, crash to the side you're blitzing from. Let's take a look at it again. Nobody blocked it. I come in untouched. A lot of guys, you have to sack them a few times before they catch on. Oh my God, he's going to keep sending that pressure. Once you get into his head that you're going to send immediate pressure, non-stop pressure, then you see what you can do to him. Now this is the wide 9. Now, let's go to something that you guys like to run. Like, okay, let's say you like to run over plus. Over plus was a devastating defense a few years ago. Like, I think it was Madden 25 when it was nasty. But anyway, we're going to go to Mike Sam 2. We're going to come back in. And we're going to do the same thing. You don't have to have a million plays, a million defenses. Just try something that gets you pressure. Now, this is going to be what we do. We're going to hover right here. Hike the ball. Untouched. Now, mind you, if you have a person whose pursuit is high, he's going to come screaming off that side even. And this is a cover 2 shell. So let's see what happens when we man that guy up. And I come sit right here again. Because the numbers are against you. The numbers are on your side. Now, he gets picked up that time. But you're still in the cover 2 shell. And if he rolls out, you guys know what to do, blah, blah, blah. The adjustments aren't important. Let's base the line. Let's move him over. Let's crash to his side. Base the line, press. Base the line, crash the D-line down. Crash the D-line to the side you're blitzing from. And hover in this little spot right here. Let's see what happens. I didn't move him that time. But he comes off untouched again. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not about what you can do. It's all about, like, what you can find. Can you find a way to make your defense work for you so that you're more comfortable? Now, this is basically the 4-3. Now, bam. And that time I shifted the coverage to his side. I mean, I slid the line. But you understand what I'm saying? Like, and this is what you want this guy to do. Now, you move him out here outside of the tight end. Why? Because you want him gone a few more yards so the line doesn't recognize he's coming until it's too late. Boom. That's what's really happening in these plays. That's why I have so many blitzes that you see me just move a guy out manually. And it's not dangerous, but it gets you sometimes. Now, a lot of you guys have seen the dollar DB press. Let's see if we can, like, I'm not saying that I made this, but from what I see guys are doing now, it's becoming a little bit more dangerous. So they're going to go out, they're going to press, they're going to crash, they're going to pinch. You're going to basically spread the line, crash the line down. You're going to make this guy do that. And you're going to sit right here and watch what happens. He comes off untouched. Now, this is what guys want you to see. Like, you could probably just, bam. You could either man him up or what it is you don't do, whatever you want to do. I tend to just like to sit here, and I'm going to crash him out this time. Edge rush. You see? And if you don't know, the check and release route will pick up a lot of cornerback blitzes, you guys. It'll pick up a lot of cornerback blitzes. Now we're going to make this guy slide out. Take a look at it. Now, we're going to edge rush. And I'm going to sit right here. Hike the ball. Somebody comes off untouched. No matter who it is, somebody comes off untouched. Now, it's not really... I don't like it because I really don't know what these guys are looking for when they do the DB fire. I've never been a fan of DB fire because I'm not too into that whole scheme. But like I said, you guys have this right here. We can actually come out and we can do this one. Let's try the cover 3 match. Now, the best thing about this is that cover 3 match is good because you're basically going to like play man and he doesn't know it, a man zone. Now let's try it again. This time we're going to put the running back on a route. You're going to see him in the cover 3 match. We're going to baseline crash to the right, move this guy outside a little bit, let him sit right there. And I'm going to come right here and hover, hike the ball, untouched again. You see what I'm saying? I'm better at like 4-down lineman defenses. I'm not really good with the 3-man lineman. But let's try it again. This is cover 3 match, like I told you. Now, you see how this is happening. So let's say you want to go put him on the running back. You want to make him man up on the running back, and the running back is doing his little route, whatever. So I'm going to sit right here. Untouched again. So he has to basically adjust to you. He has to adjust to you. So let's come out of this and let's try that same exact theory with the nickel. So nickel, cover, match. Nickel, cover 3, match. Now, this is why I say that simple blitzes are the best blitzes. You don't really want something that's like 7, 8 steps, 20, 30 steps. It's not really something that you want to really do. A lot of steps really suck. So baseline, crash him to the right. We're going to take Jones and we're going to move him out here. Yeah, you could say what you want, like, oh man, they're going to know I'm blitzing. Yeah, you want them to know you're blitzing. Now when he rolls, he's going to try to roll out. He's going to try to. Now, as you see, the check and release picked it up. Check and release picks up a lot of blitzes. You guys have to notice that. Now, let me see. We're going to basically pinch him, crash him to the right, move him out wide. Now, I didn't check and release him that time because I want the blitz to come in. Untouched, untouched. Now, he has to roll out and try to get away from a linebacker. That's a nickel, something that you guys all like to use. Now, let's try it again, this time with the safety. Let's try the safety. There's my crash. We're going to man up that guy out there. Now, I want you guys to see this. Normally, if you see a guy move somebody out or any type of blitz, just do check and release. Now watch. Watch what check and release does. Oh, he didn't come. I messed up right there myself. Yeah. That's why I hate live labbing. I have to switch controllers so much. Now, here we go. Check and release. And we're going to basically put everybody over here on a blitz. We're going to blitz all these guys. So what you're going to see is what check and release really does. Check and release slows down a lot of blitzes. No matter how, look, no matter how many people you have coming, it slows down a lot of edge blitzes. So when you see these guys come out and create these edge blitzes and send this edge heat at you, just give them a check and release sometimes. Check and release them. You know, just put them in a blue zone. When you see the guy move out or you see the nickel blitz, check and release, the blue route. You see, I want to show you guys what this route is. Check and release. There it is right there. You know, bam. Check and release is right here. That's check and release, the blue route. You see what I'm saying? Now press triangle, the running back's icon, down on the control stick. And you see what that does? That gives you a check and release. And check and release shuts down a lot of blitzes, you guys. A lot of blitzes. Like nickel DB fire, it does not work. The nickel 2 blitz, it does not work. Look, he chases you. He chases you. He chases who's ever coming, whoever passes the line of scrimmage, he'll chase. And the line blocks a little bit better when you do that. So I've noticed that, and I'm really feeling, I really like it that it does that sometimes. The check and release actually shuts down a lot of blitzes. Like, look, he picks him up again. So that's 2 things I've showed you. I've shown you how to create general pressure out of a lot of 4 lineman sets, like base the line, crash the line, pinch the line, move somebody outside, and crash to the side you're blitzing to. That's how you stop a lot of these guys who want to come out and just, you know, say, oh, I'm going to go in Uzi mode. Uzi mode is just throwing the ball nonstop, and they want to send everybody out in coverage. Take a look at it. He screams. Now, if he could scream like that, what's stopping you? Oh, Trail, man, well, can I do this out of anything? Oh, this is a man defense. So do the same thing, crash him down. Now, the only problem is now, I would take this guy, put him in a flat zone, sit right here to hold that guy right there. You see, you have to do certain things to try to keep your pressure coming. If you know this guy knows that, okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, you have to find a way to get him out of his comfort zone. If you can get him out of his comfort zone with heat and pressure, you're good. So, the nickel. So the nickel dime 2 blitz, this is the same thing. This one hasn't been patched. If you guys want to know how dangerous it is, I'll show you. You know, let's take a look. This video went on a lot longer than I expected it to, than I wanted it to. So we're gonna baseline, we're gonna crash down. We're gonna move this guy out. He's a blitzer. We're gonna put this guy on a man. We're gonna come right here, we're gonna sit in the zone, we're gonna press. Same concept. He comes around, but he got caught up in the action. Baseline, crash down. Move, pull out. Let's go over here. Let's sit. Now, yeah, I know how it looks, but you see, And it's all about the four linemen. I could generate pressure out of four lineman sets. It's the other things in the game that I have a problem with, an issue with. But as you guys know, well, what else is this? Like here, like let's look at the quarter. If you come out in quarter and you know it's fourth and like 30, and this guy's coming out in like a full blown, I'm gonna dot your mama up defense. Let's take a look at how I like to create pressure out of this. Blitz him, move him over, spy this man so you can roam around the middle of the field. Now you have the middle of the field covered. Boom. That's what I like to do. Because sometimes that guy does come untouched. And I'm going to do it again. I'm going to baseline him. I'm going to move him over. Baseline. Oh, this is not the one with the linebackers, though. Okay, so that might be an issue right here, guys. So I'm going to... Did it work? No, I can't spy him. Okay, you're going to put him in a flat zone. And I'm going to sit over the center and watch what happens. Boom. Bam. If you're having an issue with any blitz that I give you coming in, always do this little trick. If you got to move somebody out, put this guy in a flat. The farthest guy on the line, move over the center and watch what happens. Boom. And that's just like one of those plays for people who like to throw the ball all day long. But that's all I got for you guys right now. The video is a lot longer than I expected it to be. Sorry about that. If you have any type of like questions, leave them in the comment section. Trail019, my YouTube, Trail019, my PSN. Send me a message. I'll answer anything you have to say for me. Anything you want to know, I'll answer those questions. Because honestly, you guys, I really found it to be more easier for me to generate pressure out of four lineman sets than I have out of any set. And it's easier for me to explain to you if I lab or like show you. But, you know, you guys have a good one. Catch you next time.